Namaste. Welcome back to my channel of Vedic Wisdom. I'm starting with the story. Actually, it is not a story. This is how it was in the good old days in India. People, whoever you are, if you wanted to discuss anything, you could always have a debate with anybody. There was always debates going on if your opinion, you had the full right to prove your point. And for that, you could, challenge anybody for a debate. And this is how things were done in the olden times. It was so much civilized. And they had a particular way to select the winner. See, it is not important, to have a debate, okay, it's fine. But the way in which they selected the winner, you will find it strange. Before starting with the debate, both the opponents were put flowers garland were put in both the parties before the debate started. The winner was selected according to how much wilting it is happening in the garland. The person whose flowers wilted first lost the debate. Such a strange way of selecting the winner. But what is the point in that? The point is that the Vedic people, those people, they considered as nothing is wrong and nothing is right. Every individual has a different viewpoint. So it was not wrong or right. It was not a question of wrong and right. It was not a question, how much your opponent might be the most idiotic person. Your opponent might be, a moron. Your opponent might be the most irritating person, not knowing anything about the subject. He might not know anything, and then also he has come for the debate, but he will win if your flowers wilted first. Now, see the deep meaning of this, as I told you, they never considered, for them, nothing was wrong and right. It was what? Every person has got his own viewpoint. You cannot change the person. But what is the meaning? If your flowers wilted, you lost. What did it mean? Your flowers wilted because your body got heated up. Because of your body heat, naturally, if you get heated up, and when will your body temperature rise? When you become irritated. When you become angry. So, the logic was what, you have to be cool. Like, you say, nowadays you say, be cool. It was the same thing. It was like that, he might be the stupid person, no problem. But how can he make you angry? How can he make you angry? Are you in his control? That was the meaning behind it. Such a beautiful way, this debate, they called it as Shastrat. Everything was settled like this. And as I told you, it was not a question of wrong or right. If you lose your cool, if you become angry, if your flowers wilted first, you lose. So, why am I telling you this story? I am telling you this story because in modern world, your opponents are your people who are close to you are your opponents. Your husband, your children, your relatives, or somebody. Strangers don't give you trouble. Okay? People who are close to you, your friends, these are the people, who give you trouble. Or you can say, it is not a trouble. This is the way how it is. But if you lose your cool, if you lose your mind, if you get angry, that means what? You lose your husband, your son, your friends, anybody known to you, your boss, anybody known to you. If he can make you angry, okay, if he can make you lose your cool, that means you lost. So, if you see the literature, it is having such a deep meaning. People like Buddha, they say anger is like poison. Now, they are not saying it metaphorically. Please remember that. It actually happens. But we are still in the primitive stage of science where we don't understand what hormonal secretions, what chemical secretions goes on in our body. What changes takes place in our body when you get angry. If you consider scientifically, if you consider it in scientific term, when you get angry, what will happen? Lots of hormones. There are so many endocrine glands in the body. They start secreting hormones which are very much harmful to your body. So, the idea behind it is what? You have to remain cool or you will lose. If you get angry, if you get depressed, depression is also a form of anger. In all these things, you are going to harm your body. You are going to harm your mind, and you will be harming your body, and you will be creating problem to yourself. So as I tell you, whoever is creating problem, or you feel whoever is is giving you problem, however, he might be wrong. He might doesn't have any sense. 101% he is wrong. But if he is making you angry, if he is making you depressed, or if he is making you irritable, that means what? You are losing. You are losing your mind. You are losing your body. There are lots of effects. One of the best thing, what I find, and you get angry, you get depressed, everything, it is because of what? You have an attachment to the concerned person or the relative or whoever it is. One of the best thing what I find, in the rehabilitation centers, alcoholic rehabilitations or drug, where, people are de-addicted of their drugs. One of the best thing they teach, suppose the wife or the husband or the son is a drunkard, naturally the parents will be very much concerned. Everybody's parents, mostly I'm talking about India. So, they teach not only to that person who is addicted, he is spoiling his life, and because they teach, one of the best things they teach to the relative of that addict, that you please take care of your life. If there is a person who is, addicted, he is not giving up his ways, he is, just destroying himself, and along with that, what will happen? The parents or the husband or the wife, whoever, who is taking care, the guardian, they also destroy their life, taking care of them. So one of the best things they teach is what, to take care. They give counseling to these people also. That if he is not coming, he is not mending his ways, and he is doing constantly the same thing, like, he is robbing, and he is after drinking or after the drugs, he is beating you. They teach you how to cope up. It is just the difference in the degrees. This is an extreme thing. But in minor day-to-day life also, you must be cool. If you get angry, I'm not talking about whose mistake it is. Whoever might be wrong, that is not the point. The point is that, that person should not affect you, then you win. So, thank you. See you in the next story.